I think people will still be joining in, but I believe we can get started. So, yeah, welcome everyone, those of you who are present here. So this is going to be the fifth workshop of the Eat for All workshop series, and really glad to have Suhail over here from Livepeer. So Suhail is a DevRel engineer at Livepeer, and today we'll be covering some few tips and tricks on how to build best with Livepeer. We'll maybe talk about the bounties a little bit, and folks feel free to drop in questions in the Q&A box or in the chat. Ideally, please put your questions in the Q&A so that we can address them. And yeah, I think we can get started. Suhail, over to you.
Yeah. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Sahel, and I work as a developer advocate engineer at Livepeer. And today I'll be leading a workshop on building the future of video content with Livepeer and unlocking the potential of a decentralized video. In this workshop, we will cover what is Livepeer, who can use Livepeer, and what problem does it solve, and finally how to integrate the Livepeer into your application. And also we take some question at the end if there's any. So approximately 80% of the internet traffic is currently accounted by the video, and that means a large majority of the data is in the form of video content, such as streaming videos, online video calls, and video sharing on social media. And this is because that our brain does video because it is programmed to retain the visual content better than a page loaded with the words. And according to the most of the studies, the average viewer remembers 95% of a message when it is watched, whereas only 10% when it is read. However, this video streaming and transcoding can be very expensive and resource intensive, which one of the main factors is the amount of the data and bandwidth required to transmit and receive high quality video, and transcoded video requires a specialized technology and infrastructure, such as powerful servers, high speed networking, and equipment. And yeah, for this, you can use Livepeer, which is a decentralized video streaming platform that uses blockchain technology to enable anyone to easily and affordably stream live video to global audience. It is built for developer, and it aims to increase the availability of live and on-demand streaming while reducing your infrastructure cost by up to 10x. Now, there's another product under Livepeer Studio, which is known as Livepeer Studio, and it's an open source dashboard for interacting with Livepeer network. You can create and manage your API keys, your live streams, your video assets, all from an easy to use dashboard. And yeah, now that you have an idea about Livepeer, how you can use it, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and build an application with Livepeer. We'll be using Livepeer.js, and yeah, let's go through it. So I hope you can see my screen. If you cannot, please let me know. So we will be using Livepeer.js. Yeah, and so the first thing which you can do is open up the terminal, and here you can go to any place where you want to create a directory, and here we can say npx create next app, and you can give the app name. In our case, we just want to give it test app. And now this will create as a next application. In this workflow, we won't be using TypeScript. So you can say no, and here we can say yes. And now this will create as a Next.js application without TypeScript. So it's going to be just the JavaScript. And until it is completed, you can go to livepeer.studio and create an account here. If you don't have already, so you can create an account, and then you can log in into your dashboard. And here's the dashboard which you can use to manage and stream your API key. Livepeer Studio is currently free for up to 1,000 minutes of transcoding, which is suffice for most of the applications which are beginning. And here in the developers, you can click on create an API key, and you can give it a name. In our case, it's going to be Eat for All workshop. You can also allow code if you're using it from the front end, and here you can give ordering. In my case, I just want to put start for all of them and give a full API access. Great. Again, that would depend on your video's needs. And now that we have the API key, you can save it some places as you will need this later. And if you come here, we see that our application is also completed. You can go to test tab. Let's open this on VS Code. And here we can run npm run this. And yeah, this is the Next.js application. So for now, we can come to app.js and remove everything inside of this home folder and just write a simple component. So we can say hello. Yep, that should work. And let's go to styles as well and remove everything here if we don't need it. And finally, now that we have our Next.js application ready, we can start integrating Livepeer.js. So the first thing is we need to do is install Livepeer React. So we can say the new terminal npm-i/Livepeer React. And once we have it ready, we can import this into the entry of our file directory. And Next.js, it is app.js, but I believe in React, it is index.js. So you can use that depending on the framework you use. And you need to import Livepeer config, create Livepeer React client and the studio provider from @livepeer/React. And here you need to wrap your application with Livepeer config. You can also customize it with a theme, but we won't be doing it on this workshop. And finally, you need to create a client constant, and you can use a studio provider and put your studio key here. Here's it, and save. And now, in order to test whether it is working like fine or not, we can use the use asset, and this is a hook to retrieve the asset based on the asset ID. So let's use this one. Let's put it here, and here we can say, similar to what is written here, we can say const data is equals to use asset, and here you can put the asset ID. So let's go to the assets. And here, maybe I want to get this asset. Let's copy the asset ID and save it. Here we can say json.stringify data, save it. And yeah, here you can see we have all information about our asset, which means that it's working fine. And we have successfully integrated Livepeer into our application. And next step would be, so this hook is just for fetching an asset from the Livepeer dashboard. And yeah, now we can go to another hook, which is use create. There's lots of hooks, but in this workshop, we will just cover the use create asset and use asset. So use create asset is a asset that is used for, as a type of hook that is used for creating a new asset that will be uploaded to the Livepeer studio. And here asset refers to the video. So let's do that. Let me remove this, and here, let's create a new user state and give it a name. Set name to use state. And here we can have an info type text. And we can have an on change value to set name. Let's give it a placeholder of save it. And yeah, that is the input. For now, we won't be focusing much on the styling, so this should suffice. Finally, let's have a button as well. And it should be create asset. Yep, that should work. Let's just here, give it a right, left, and the subject will be, yeah, that should work there. That's enough. And here, what we can say on click, create asset. Or we can just say upload asset because we already have a name here. This one. So we can say const upload asset. And yeah, that should work. Save it. And yeah, Now that we have the function, the input, and as well as a button, what we can do is we can call use create asset in the function. Here, let's bring one more change inside of our application and add a new input. And this is going to be a type of file. So let's do that. Const file and also set file. Save it, and yeah, that is the file which we should choose. And also let's give a styling of just a margin left, so it should look a little bit cleaner. Now here on upload asset, for now, let's just console.log what we are doing, which is basically the name and as well as the file. So let's open up the console here and write and then test asset. Let's choose the video. For example, this one, open it and create asset. You can see we have the file uploading the asset. We have test asset, the name, and as well as the file, which means it is working fine. And now we can call the use create asset from the Livepeer.js inside of our application. Say const, and here is equals to use create asset. And here we can pass the sources in form of array. So we can either pass as multiple video or just a single video. So in our case, we just want to pass a single video. Sources. Yeah, the source is going to have an object, a file, going to be this, and as well as name this, or it should just work like this as well. And here we can declare a few things, such as the first one is going to be this one, which you will call the function, and then it's going to be asset, the progress, and yeah, everything. You really don't need them because yeah, I just going to remove a few of them from here. And yeah, that's it. Now here, we can simply call the create asset hook, which we have it here. So move it from here, save it. And now, if we go to our back in our application, we can write our asset name, for example, test, and also choose a file and click on create asset. Now this is what's going to do is upload the video into the Livepeer Studio. You can also use this progress from use create asset to show a progress bar or a percentage. And yeah, now if I come to Livepeer Studio and go to asset, you can see we have a test asset, which is just uploaded right now, 817. And it's currently under processing. What happens is transcode the video so we can easily play it back. And yeah, that's about use create assets. And yeah, there's lots of other thing in the documentation, lots of other tools, and as well as the player component, which you can easily use to play back the videos from the Livepeer. It should basically underhood using decentralized to easily frame back the streams. And yeah, I think that's it for this workshop. And for it is for all, Livepeer has a bounty of 2,000 USD for any application built with Livepeer. And yeah, I think that's it. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to let me know in the Discord channel.
All right, awesome. I think we have a couple of questions already lined up. So I'm just going to read it out for you, so in case. So I can see the first question, how to customize the video player React component provided by Livepeer according to our use case.
Yeah. So basically, in order to customize, you can use the theme config, which I shown you on the beginning of the workshop. So theme config can be imported from Livepeer, and then you can use it to basically update the player and use in any theme you want. You can update the icons, you can update the colors, and as well as you can also update the icon placements, and also it is completely customizable on what type of features you like and what type of components you want to be inside of the player.
Awesome. I hope that answers the question. Cool. We have another question. I think it's a bit of a simple question. Can we build a meeting app like Google Meet using Livepeer?
Not really. So basically, Livepeer is a video transcoding and not more like um, or communication infrastructure. Livepeer is just a video infrastructure. With Livepeer, you can build application like Twitch, you can build application like YouTube, like TikTok. But for Google Meet application, that should not work. I think instead the Huddle 01, you can use that one to create a Google Meet app application with your SDK. But yeah, with Livepeer, you cannot do that. You have to build your own communication backend.
Cool. Next, I think Kiran has asked, I'm not really sure what this reads out. Does Livepeer use OTOY render GPU farm? If I'm reading that correctly.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what he meant, but just to give you an idea of how Livepeer transcodes the video, it's basically if you go to the Livepeer/Premiere, you'll have the complete idea of how the Livepeer transcodes the video. Users can basically use their GPU and transcode the video, and then in return, they would be getting either E or LPD, which is Livepeer's token, as a reward for transcoding of the video. So you can have your own notes, which you can also check more in the Livepeer Explorer, and that would be inside of the Livepeer protocol.
Right. Cool. I think this is a bit out of the discussion, but thanks for the explanation. Love the explanation of your code. Is there any extension you use making it look so spacious? I think basically asking about your VS Code extensions.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So I think my color theme is Moonlight, and I use I'm not exactly sure. Let me check it. And yeah, I just have some custom VS Code setting, but the font which I use, let me go there, it is Sphera code. The font size is 17 and also line height 55. But yeah, I think I can just post this onto GitHub and you can just copy paste it, it should work.
Right. Cool. I think we have 2 more questions, but folks, feel free to post any more questions. We still have time, so we can take some more questions. And it could be, yeah. So a small question: how much will it cost me to build a streaming website like 9anime?
Well, that depends on how much of the video you can transcode. But basically, the first 1,000 transcoding minutes is free. But after that, you just need to pay a very small fee for every transcoding minute, which is, again, you can find it at livepeer.cu/pricing. And yeah, that is very less, like 0.01 or something for just minutes of transcoding. But yeah, it is way cheaper from most of the other video infrastructure, and also especially Web2, because it's mainly a community build.
Can we live stream a video using Livepeer?
Yes, exactly. So you can live stream a video with Livepeer as well. For React types of application, you can use create a stream or use a stream, and then you can create a stream, and then using some broadcasters such as OBS, you can just put the RTMP link and stream a video content.
That's good. So Sailendra is asking, how can I live stream my laptop screen using Livepeer? Can you provide any documentation? I think it's on the same lines, but if there are any particular resources which sort of points it to that direction.
Yeah, so if you want to screen your share, you can just use the web RMPT, which would basically you need to send a broadcaster from the user's computer. And yeah, I think Livepeer already has a package for that one. It's called web RMTP, I believe. And yes, which is on the Livepeer GitHub. And I think it's mentioned on the docs as well. and you can use that one to broadcast any screen or any applications from your laptop or PC.
Cool. Next question is by Maitri. What Livepeer is expecting to build in this hackathon? I think this question is more directed in terms of possible ideas where Livepeer can come into the picture. So maybe some interesting ideas.
So you can build any types of video application that uses Livepeer, and that should basically the minimum requirement, and then that would be depends on you on what type of application that you want to build. You could, like as I mentioned, you can build a YouTube clone, you can build this TikTok or Twitch, but there's many possibilities with the video that you can basically build.
That answers your question. Next, we have Rohit asking, can we use this in decentralized social medias? Like, what possible applications could Livepeer have?
Sure. So currently, LensTube, which you might probably know, YouTube on the Lens protocol uses Livepeer as well to basically transpose the video. Have I mentioned it for especially on Web3 social medias, when you upload a video to IPFS or RVs, the videos are basically not transcoded, so it would take lots of bandwidth for the users to play, and as well as while playing the video would not be very optimal. So you can use Livepeer to transcode the video and as well as play it back very smoothly for the users.
Maybe we can take another 1-2 questions. Is it possible to attach a token fee for live streams? So you're paying for the stream, for streaming the video from Livepeer?
Yes, it is possible, and you can use the access control feature from the Livepeer, which would basically encrypt the stream. Encrypt mean it will token gate and access control the screen. What you can do is you can check from your application if the attached token, the user have it, or the NFT, or you can basically take from the user's token or NFT. And once you have done that one, you can call the access control API to create a JWT token for specific that user, and that would be used to play back the video. And anyone without the JWT token will not be able to play the video, even if they get you a stream link or the video link. Only the person with JWT can do it, and yes, it's possible.
All right, then, folks, any other questions? Maybe like we can take one more and then we can call it a day. I think we are good to go. Cool then. So thanks a lot. Oh, wait. There are 2 questions now. Let's quickly take on one of them. I think there's a typo over here. What are the languages required for decentralized video? Not really sure about this question.
Sorry, I'm not exactly sure. Can you please elaborate? Basically, you can use any types of language or any types of backend, but you can basically you have to use Livepeer as a video infrastructure in order to be basically eligible for the bounty.
All right, I think that's it, folks. Thank you everyone for joining, especially Suhail. Thanks a lot for making out the time, helping people understand more about Livepeer. And I'm pretty sure there will be some cool projects being built, which we'll be also looking forward for. And and even to the audience, so we have folks from the Livepeer team on our Discord as well. There's a dedicated Livepeer channel, so feel free to drop in any queries in case you get stuck with something while building. Feel free to drop your queries, and we'll be having people to help you out with that.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. See you.